Alright, so welcome back to another video, another travel video on the channel. Today, we're not in Poland, we're not in Norway, we're not even in Europe anymore since the UK left. Today, we're in England, my home country back home. I'm going to be actually making a video in England today, which I'm quite excited about. It's going to be a different kind of video today since I am in England. I am almost back home. Right now, I am back home in the town where I grew up basically. And we're going to be heading to Birmingham, the second biggest city in the United Kingdom, with a population of like 1.1 million. And it also has a reputation for being one of the most dangerous, deprived, depressing places to live in the UK. So I'm going to be exploring this stereotype, this narrative, and I'm going to be going to Birmingham to explore, to see what it's like. And obviously, as I'm from a town literally 50 minutes away from Birmingham, I feel like I have kind of an insight into the region, the West Midlands and the Black Country, as they say, with the Dudley, Wolverhampton, all of that area. I'm very excited today to actually be filming a video of my own country in England, and this is going to be like kind of a thing going forward as well. I want to explore more of England. I want to make videos all over England basically. I can go to Liverpool, go to Manchester, go to Leeds, go to all the cities like Coventry, just explore England's history and the United Kingdom's history. Go to Scotland and go to Edinburgh, go to Ireland, you know, just instead of always focusing on abroad, I want to also focus on the UK. It's currently around 1:30. It's a very cold day out. It was actually snowing yesterday when I came home because it's been very, very cold in England. The temperatures have been about like 1 degree and it went to -4 last night, which was really cold. So what I'm doing now is going to catch this bus over here, going to catch the bus and catch a train from Wellington in Shropshire all the way to Birmingham New Street, and that is where the exploration is going to begin. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I've gone to Birmingham a few times. I'm not going to act as if this is my first time going to Birmingham. I literally live like less than an hour away. I've been there on the train before. I've been out for day trips and stuff there, and it's an interesting place. It's kind of a blend of, it's really modern, it's really nice, but then there's also some really dodgy areas, and I guess that's what I'm going to be exploring today. So yeah, I will be catching this bus now and then heading to Birmingham New Street. So I don't know what time it is now, but hopefully the next bus is in a few minutes. Cheers mate, thank you. The time is currently 1:42. My train's in 2 minutes and the bus goes like the long way around, so I got off and I'm running, but I think I'm gonna miss this train. I can make it, I think. Man, I sure as hell love leaving it. I don't think... Ah shit, I can see the train there. There's no way I'm catching that, look. Well, hey, that's one way to start the video. Oh my God. Train has now departed, that's unbelievable. Well, because there was so much traffic on the station. Well, hey, I guess I gotta wait for the next train now, but this is Wellington train station in Shropshire, England. Right, as you can just see from the footage, I just missed my train. So I was supposed to catch a 1:44 train heading towards Birmingham New Street, and because there was massive delays on the motorway and the road, I've missed it. So now I'm going to have to catch the next one at 14:12. So that's like, what, 16, 20, nearly half an hour later, which is super annoying. But yeah, it's been a bit annoying. I've got my phone charged and my phone's on like 50%. I've got my headphones and I've missed the train. So yeah, I'm just going to wait for the next one. It's annoying, but can't do anything. But great start to the video. But anyway, yeah, the footage I've just filmed. This is Wellington train station. If you go that way over there, you head towards Shrewsbury, and that's the gateway for the north and for Wales. And then if you head this way, heads towards Birmingham, Wolverhampton, and it's your gateway to the south. So Wellington is on a pretty important line, to be fair, between Shrewsbury and Birmingham New Street, which is the main line. You can also catch a train to Birmingham International, which is for like the airport and the NEC and like events and stuff, which is all on one line, which is really, really efficient, to be fair. Yeah, it's a very old-fashioned railway. So yeah, I guess you're getting a glimpse into the small British town, especially in the Midlands. I don't think really anyone films this. So this is Wellington. It used to be a really, really old market town. You can see it on there, it's this market square. You can see the remnants from the old market town with the black and white buildings, and it's the overall feel of the town. You can definitely tell it's a very, very old town with a lot of history. So as my train's been delayed, I'm just gonna give you a little tour of Wellington. Show around this old town which has basically little to nothing population. I think it's a few thousand max. And this is what it is like really in small towns across England, especially in the Midlands. So this is a place that I'm very familiar with. I grew up in areas like this. It's very interesting with documenting this. I feel like for a lot of people looking at me right now on the streets, they're going to think I'm the tourist, which is anything but the truth. I'd say Wellington is definitely a dying town. I think you can see this a lot within a lot of the small towns and counties in England that don't get much funding, especially small areas of Wellington and the neighbouring boroughs. It's just very old. It doesn't have a lot of money. These shops have been open for ages. There's not really any money invested. It's kind of depressing, really. This is the main street in Wellington, the main market street. And obviously there's surrounding places and stuff, but this is just the grim, this is the reality, I guess. It's very old-fashioned brick buildings, old-fashioned market feel, which is nice. Witherspoons, which is the most important establishment in the United Kingdom, the William Withering. We've now arrived in Birmingham New Street. So technically this is the second biggest station in the UK, if we're going by population, the largest being London Euston. But yeah, this is the second biggest city in the UK, Birmingham. Massive industrial past, massive past in general. So yeah, we're going to be seeing if the stereotypes are true. Going to be exploring the centre of Birmingham, the nice parts, the bad parts, massive student parts, considering Birmingham has quite a big student population. It's not as large as Manchester, but it does have a few universities. It has the University of Birmingham. I think it also has, I don't know exactly the names, but I think there's in total 3 universities. So there's a massive student population, as well as like a student area. I'm pretty sure it's called Selly Oaks. So we're going to be exploring there and just exploring all around and seeing what Birmingham has to offer, really. But I'll get out of here first. I'm going to show you the train station, because I think generally Birmingham's the nicest train station I've seen. I've never been out to London as of yet, but it has a much nicer train station than Manchester. So, in other words, my phone is on, let's focus on, it's on 24%, so I'm going to have to buy a charger since I haven't got mine at home. This is Birmingham New Street. Probably is the second busiest train station in the entire UK, to be fair, considering it goes everywhere. I generally think they did put a lot of money into this train station. You can tell it's a huge train station. It's massive. And this is obviously the ball. Oh, what a joke. Basically the council of Birmingham went bankrupt because they installed this massive ball. It cost them something like 86 million. I remember seeing a news report, and because of this, the council went bankrupt, On top of, because they paid like 200 million for a library that no one uses, which I will show in this video. It's just hilarious, really. The thing is, I think Birmingham is very misleading because you get this impression to start with. It's very nice. It's very, it's like, I don't know. It seems like it has a lot of money considering it's the second biggest city. But then it's not quite as it seems, as you'll see from later in the video. Hey, I might just be biased against Birmingham. I should definitely go into this impartially, so. I also need to keep an eye out so I don't get robbed, because Birmingham is apparently, and I've been in before and I can say it's not very safe. It's one of the most dangerous places in the entire of the UK. So I generally feel more unsafe here filming than I did in Norway, Poland, Morocco. Everywhere I filmed before, I feel more at risk here with gangs and crime and theft. So we're going to be exploring the industrial centre of the UK. Well, I guess some would say Manchester is that, but this is definitely you see the remnants, the industrialisation of England. So this is directly outside the train station. That's Birmingham New Street right there. Then right opposite you've got the Birmingham Bullring, which is this massive shopping centre mall. We're going to go through the Bullring, and then we're going to head out onto the main centre of Manchester, sorry, the main centre of Birmingham and the city centre. And it is quite cold. But you can even see, I want to show this just for the camera actually, because this is all nice, right? And it's like nice city centre. But you walk down here, and I'm not kidding, literally down here, it's like, I don't know if you see them buildings in the distance, it just looks deprived. It just looks dirty, it just looks grimy. I walk down here a little bit because I want to show the authentic Birmingham. I don't just want to show the nice mall, the nice train station. I want to show everything. But it's like the entire city is just, it feels so industrial. In comparison to Manchester, where at least you can walk around the city and it's like, I don't know, it feels small. Birmingham feels huge. This is literally just off the main centre, outside of Birmingham New Street, and it just looks all industrial. There's just massive buildings that just look derelict. There's cars, motorways, and this is directly in the centre, which I think is very odd. Like, don't get me wrong, like there's a lot of cars in other cities in the UK, but it seems very industrial. Seems like the local homeless people are having a row off or something. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't give impressions of a safe place, really. I'm genuinely worried to walk past the homeless people here because I feel like I will get robbed. Maybe this is me being a bit unfair, but hey, I'm gonna give my authentic, raw, just how I feel, my views. I'm not gonna hide anything. It's just kind of bizarre to me how you can have like graffitied industrial old buildings that look derelict, and then a fancy state-of-the-art mall which has so much shops and like is beautiful. It's just, Birmingham is a city of contrast. It's very strange. Yeah, we're currently inside the Birmingham Bullring. This is I don't know, it might be one of the biggest malls in the UK actually, considering it's huge. I think it's beautiful. I really love the mall, and it's very popular. It's surprising. I'm currently recording this on a Thursday evening, and it's very popular. So if this is a Thursday, I cannot imagine what like the weekend will be like, or the Friday. So yeah, this is the main centre of Birmingham. Well, the shops are, you can see got the massive Primark, and we're just going to walk around and see what it's like. I don't have a particular destination in mind where I'm going, just exploring. I didn't really start getting people to dance for charity. I mean, it's a more fun thing I get. That's one thing I'll say, there's a lot of charity people A lot of people asking for money for charity and lots of like religious things. This is probably the best view of the Birmingham streets. This is one of the huge streets here. As you can see, I think, to be fair, this part of Birmingham is very, very beautiful. From the old red brick buildings and the old architecture is very beautiful. And you can see down there, that is the Bull Ring and the train station, Birmingham New Street, where I just came from. And then it does extend all the way as far as over there. And there are tram routes that operate on here. I'm not too sure where they go, but I did want to try and go to the Selly area. I don't know how far it's actually to walk. I also really got to buy a phone charger because my phone is on 18%, if you can see that. Okay, it's 3.2 miles away. I don't think I'm going to go into Selly somehow. Anyway, maybe another day. I honestly don't feel as unsafe as I thought I would. I mean, it's pretty big here, I don't know, it is in the city, I guess, so it feels relatively safe right now. But I think maybe as I go more out, it will start to feel maybe a bit more, I don't know, not as safe really. But like, I don't get the narrative, to be fair, completely. Everyone says Birmingham is the worst place to live in the UK. Birmingham is very unsafe, but maybe it's because I'm in the city centre right now, but I wouldn't exactly say that stereotype's entirely true. I think, just like anywhere, Birmingham has a lot of good, a lot of bad, and I think it's more the bad that's kind of generalised the entire city. I don't think the entire city is dangerous or bad. I think the people here, at least from the West Midlands, are actually some of the friendliest people you'll meet, but I think it's a very misunderstood area. But hey, I might take this back in like, what's it called? I might take this back in like 5 minutes time when I'm mugged because of my camera and I'm robbed, my wallet's gone, everything. So I guess we'll have to see where this goes. But I definitely say it's not the best looking city, I'll give it that. Like, it's got nice buildings like here, but then you look to the side and it's got just kind of old, somewhat derelict buildings. It's kind of an odd contrast, like I said. And even like the shops are all underneath massive kind of no character buildings. It goes from having like lots of character here to over here where it's just literally just concrete. I think the urban planning in Birmingham's very strange. It doesn't give the impression of a nice area, but then a lot of English towns are like this. I think people definitely outside of England have a very, different idea of what the UK is actually like. You definitely see England's vaping epidemic here. I literally saw like an 8-year-old put a vape in his mouth and start puffing on that shit, so kind of crazy. But I'm going to walk all around. No set destination, just an exploration of Birmingham. Because this is what this video is for, to show Birmingham in its authentic reality. No like cutting, no editing. I just want it to be like what Birmingham's like in reality. What it's like for the people here in the city centre. I'm not obviously going to go. I would have loved to go to the University of Birmingham. I might still if I see how I can get a buzz there. But I'm kind of surprised so far. I kind of thought I'd have people approach me because of my camera and kind of be like, I don't know, oh, he's filming, or have a bit more danger because of the camera. But honestly, right now, I don't feel like I'm kind of like a massive thing. I mean, people give me looks, obviously. Sorry. But I mean, I get that everywhere with the camera. People always look at that guy filming himself like an idiot in public. But it doesn't seem dangerous so far. All right, so I've just been walking around. Kind of left the city centre, still in the city centre, but I've stumbled upon Aston University. So this is one of the universities I was talking about. You've got University of Birmingham, but you've also got Aston University, and there's one other one which I can't exactly remember the name of, but I think this is just the student accommodation, and this is maybe like some sort of campus, because it says over there Unite Students, and that's a student accommodation thing. They have the exact same thing in Manchester. So yeah, these must be the student accommodations. I mean, they don't look too bad actually. They look quite nice for student accommodations. I presume they're shared halls and flats, probably about 10 in one flat. Aston University, Birmingham, United Kingdom. The main building. Got a few things for it. It's actually a pretty nice campus, isn't it? Yeah. Actually seems like a really nice university campus, to be fair. You got the Aston Students Union, the Adrian Cadbury building. I don't know if that's related to Cadbury the chocolate. But it actually seems quite nice around here, to be fair. Don't get me wrong, I've heard of Aston University before in Birmingham, but I did not realise it was this big. But I think that's a recurring theme anywhere I go. I go to Poland, I didn't realise the city's that big. I go to Norway, I didn't realise that. Same in Morocco, same everywhere you go. You kind of realise how big the world is. In 2030, we'll be recognised as a leading digital enterprise in the region. Very interesting. I can definitely say, if this is Aston University, I'm very interested to see what the University of Birmingham's like. I think it must be an even better campus. Apparently it's the 22nd best university in the UK, although I feel like if you put that on the world ranking, it wouldn't be exactly high. But you've got the library over there, you've got Aston Law School over there, has achieved triple gold, the best rating in the Teacher Excellence Programme. You've got the main Aston campus over here. It's really interesting, actually. You've got the United Students. So far, I know I've only seen a very narrow view of Birmingham, but I think, honestly, I've only got high things to say of it. The campuses look quite nice. I mean, the only thing I'd say that I don't particularly like is how industrial it is, but you can't really complain about that when the city's been a centre for industry for so long. Yeah, I think it's actually quite a nice place. So what I'm doing now, I'm actually leaving the centre of Birmingham. I'm heading this way because if I walk this way, I actually found out what it's called. It's called the City of Birmingham University. So if I walk all the way this way and then go to my right, I will be kind of looping around the city of Birmingham and then heading towards Digbeth, which is like a kind of, I don't know, just kind of town outside of Birmingham, the centre. It's still on basically the path of the centre, but it's just kind of outside. But this way I get the more authentic kind of view of Birmingham outside the city centre. And already here you can see it's kind of more just sparse, the buildings. It's not exactly... Yeah, I don't think it particularly screams second city of the UK, really. Like, I think it's a city. I mean, it's biased, I study in Manchester, but I just think Manchester's a much nicer city. It's much more walkable. This one you can walk and walk and walk, and just it's too big. It's too big to be compact. Which, I mean, with a city of 1.1 million people living in it, I kind of understand, but still, it's... So whatever this is, we're in Priestley Wharf right now. Priestley Wharf, sorry. Don't want to offend the priests. And also, something about Birmingham. Hey, what's it called? It has more canals than Venice, I think. It has so much canals, which I haven't actually got to yet. Like, I haven't got to an area, but there's an area in Birmingham where you can just see all the canals and, like, along the river and stuff. But this is one of the canals, one of many. Doesn't exactly look like a very nice canal, really, but... Yeah. Okay, what's this here? Aston University Engineering what? Academy? Interesting. And then I presume this is still part of the Aston University kind of complex. There's massive United Students over there. But what we're going to do, we're going to go down here and then turn to the right, kind of explore around there. It just looks so industrial. It's crazy. And all the buildings just look like it's made of the same thing. And I mean, I'm allowed to shit on my country the most. It just doesn't scream, doesn't look like a nice place. Like, it's not cared for. So much like trash and stuff on the streets. Like, if I'm comparing it to the likes of Poland and Norway, I mean, minus the druggie we saw in Norway, I didn't film that, but there's a guy injecting himself. We literally got off the high speed. No, it was the next day. We left the Radisson Blu, and literally, we were just walking to go into the centre of Oslo, and there was a guy injecting himself with heroin just on the steps, and the police were like watching. It was really crazy. But we're gonna go this way. Average Birmingham citizen, road raging, of course. But like, it seems wherever you go in the city, there's motorways, there's cars, there's always just buildings that look derelict, you know, like fucking barbed wire fences and stuff. But if you can see in the distance, there is the airplane trail. So there is an international airport in Birmingham, Birmingham International, where I've flown from many times. And I have to give you a tour of that place because I swear to God, it looks like it's falling to pieces. All right, so I don't know if you can see in the distance, but I found Birmingham City University. And again, it's just quite strange. I mean, hang on, it looks nice, I guess, but you've got like the Birmingham City University and then a massive car park next to it. But I guess it makes sense, but like, it's just strange. The campuses are so industrial, it's like, they're just part of, like, it's so weird to me that there's just a massive car park right next to the best university in Birmingham. And then there's like historical buildings there, but then also, I don't know, I guess it's just the way it is in the modern era with lots of, that is actually, what was that, Birmingham City University something house. I must say, at least from the first look, Birmingham City University definitely has some more modern buildings, and that is a really cool kind of layout to the car park. I don't know if you can see that. It looks almost like a Tetris game, the way the shapes are. But it's interesting, you've got Aston University over there. I did not realise it was that close. But maybe they're constructing new things over there. I think that's to do with the university. They're saying a space for us to work together and grow together. The Steam House community, maybe it's new accommodation or new... It looks like accommodation, to be fair. But that is so cool. I've never seen car parks designed like that. That's a very weird thing to get excited about, but yeah, but it definitely looks like they have a lot of funding, this university, at least from the looks of it. It's quite isolated from the rest of the city centre. You have to kind of, it's a bit of a walk to get here too, which I think is quite nice because it's kind of its separate thing. That's Birmingham City University, the Joseph Priestley building. There's another thing of Priestley, so I presume that's some famous guy in Birmingham. See Birmingham City University there. I presume that's just what's called the accommodation down there too. But again, it's just a bit strange that there's always cars. Like even the accommodation is always. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being a bit too judgmental. You have to tell me what you think in the comments. But the one thing I'll say, these buildings look really nice. I like that red building a lot. It looks very modern. You know, it's actually quite nice here. Because at least all the people that have seen me filming, usually I get dirty looks, like especially when I was in Poland and Norway. But here, people look and they start laughing, which I mean, I guess it's arguably worse because they're laughing at me, but it's better than just dead stares, you know. People actually seem to have some fun and spirit here. This is Birmingham City University here. It looks really beautiful, honestly, really nice campus. And then I presume this is also to do with it. This guy's an absolute legend as well. Benjamin Zapani, I don't know how to say his name, but incredible poet, and he's from Birmingham. Probably one of the most famous people from Birmingham. Incredible guy. Wrote for so many things. He stood against so much things. Incredible guy. I like this though. It's like showcasing Birmingham's people. I think this is all dedicated to this guy. That's incredible. I honestly thought coming to Birmingham and exploring, I mean, we'll have to see because I'm still going to Digbeth, but I have only explored really the nice areas. But I don't think Birmingham's as bad as people make out to be. I think it's quite a nice, it's definitely a growing city. It's one of the fastest growing cities in the world. It's got an enormous population. It's growing at almost an unprecedented rate. Welcome to Millennium Point. Oh, this must be a massive shopping mall. I didn't even realise. As well as a car park. Meetings, exhibitions, networking, launches. Okay, got you. Birmingham Science Museum. Oh, that's so cool. Obviously related to Birmingham's history as a industrial powerhouse in both the UK and the world. When I say Birmingham's industrial, this is what I mean. So I don't know, the people of Birmingham will have to tell you better, but I'm pretty sure these constructions and everything have been here for as long as the city has. I'm pretty sure these constructions do just not get done. And it's crazy how there's just like car park after car park, but I guess that's what you expect in a huge city. But I had a really weird interaction as well. So I was just walking around, right, setting my camera to, well, film this part here. And then what's it called? Some woman just came up to me and was like, hey, are you a content creator? Do you do YouTube? I was like, yeah. Well, I've not exactly, but kind of, because I've only just started making content. Like I do like travel videos and stuff. And she was like, oh, cool. And she was like, I make videos too. And it was so weird because she was like, so what's your channel then? Yeah, I gave her my channel. And then she was like, do you have like a number or Snapchat? And I was like, no, I mean, I got Instagram. I was like, do you want my Instagram? She was like, no, I want your number. So I was like, okay, fine. I have my number. And then I gave her my name. And then she put, what should I put you as? And then she was like, I'll put you and content creator. Very strange. I was like, hey, I gotta go. You know, it was very, very strange interaction. She was like, yeah, bye. I mean, she seemed nice. She seemed really sweet. It was a very confusing interaction. I don't know. I think she thought I was some famous person or something. That's why she wanted my number, wanted my Snapchat to like kind of show who I was. Crazy. I think this is Birmingham Moor Street. I know there's another train station that goes to the south. Huh? YouTube video. Yeah, man. YouTube channel. I'm gonna get started. It's got like 200 subs. Oh yeah, thanks. Another guy is just like, hey. I think the thing is though, because my camera looks pretty fancy. It's got a gimbal. It's got decently expensive camera. People think I'm actually like some, I don't know, some with a lot of subs and stuff. Which is pretty funny. Hey, maybe I do it so much I literally fake it until I make it. Something like that. Sorry. Okay, apparently I'm going right here to go left. Sounds good. But if you want to know what Birmingham Bullring looked like, this is Birmingham Bullring, the most oddly shaped building in the UK, I imagine. It looks like a million different buttons, and it's also connected to a car park with a bridge. It's a very, very strange thing. And that's got to be like the world's biggest Primark, holy shit. But it's just so industrial, it's crazy. I don't know if it's a bad thing, it just shows how growing the country, the city is. But it's getting cold now. So hey, I'm going to take in pride that 2 people came up to me to ask if I was a content creator. I can't believe I've actually become one of these persons. Film myself in public. It's a bit different when I'm abroad because I get away with it, like, oh, the tourist. But when I'm literally English, like recording myself in public in the second biggest city in the UK, it feels weird. It feels different. But hey, this is the Bullring, the outside, and I'm going to take a left here to go towards Digbeth. So Digbeth is commonly known, I think, as one of the rougher areas of Manchester. Not Manchester, sorry. One of the roughest areas of Birmingham. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken to all the Birmingham people out there, but I don't know. I've been down there once or twice. I went to like a concert down there, and it didn't seem particularly the nicest. I'm gonna walk over here because it's just crazy. Like, this is the city centre, and then there's also like this crazy work going on. Yeah, about you? Yeah. I'll be completely honest. I was not expecting this as well. Everyone that I've just been kind of smiling, you know, being myself. This must be a police station. A lot of police cars and vans. But I've just been, you know, being myself, recording, saying hi, people look or whatever. And honestly, people have been so friendly. People have honestly been so friendly. I mean, it's so unexpected. Like, I wasn't expecting Birmingham to actually be so friendly. Don't get me wrong, it's like the gangs and the stuff, and the people that act like roadmen. I think they're the coolest guys ever, and you get that a lot, which is pretty embarrassing. It's like, grow up. But I literally got back yesterday, and I come off the train, and there's these 2 teenagers dressed in tracksuits, smoking weed, and acting all Mr. Tough and confrontational. I'm just like, it's so bad, it really is, especially in areas like this, especially in the West Midlands and in the posh suburbs where everyone acts like gangsters. It's really, really funny, and it's kind of embarrassing. So if you come to the UK, definitely be prepared for that. But hey, honestly, this has definitely improved since the last time I've been here. Digbeth isn't that bad. I feel like this entire video is me repeating myself, but it's really just not that bad. I don't think it's necessarily... It's just like any other city. It's, in some areas it's nice, and others it's extremely industrial. But don't get me wrong, I imagine I'm only showing the city centre and maybe a mile or 2 around that. But to say Birmingham's a dangerous city, or it's the most dangerous in the UK, I think it's completely misleaded, really. Because you get this anywhere. You get this in any city in the UK, any city in Europe, any city anywhere. But yeah, don't get me wrong, there's rough areas. There's people that look like they're in gangs wearing all black and kind of, it seems a bit dangerous, but the place itself isn't actually that bad. It's just a city. It's not bad or anything. If anything, I actually think people are surprisingly nice in Birmingham. I mean, you get, I don't know, connotations of the north. You get connotations with the north being friendly, but I'd still say Birmingham, you know, it's in the Midlands, it's a very friendly place, but you've got the Birmingham coach station there, which operates all the National Expresses, hi, and does everything around here. That was quite strange. Guy just saying, "You right, ladies? You right?" Honestly, the last time I was here, there's so much construction on the roads. Birmingham honestly looks like a new place. It's developing fast. It's got a lot of money. It's becoming very modern, very urban. And there's one thing that kind of stands out to me, is that anywhere you look, if the camera turns around, hello, anywhere you look, there's graffiti. There's so much graffiti in the city. Like, I think this is the most graffiti I've ever seen in any city. Like, anywhere you look, over here. Oh, this looks really cool. Wow. I think I've seen this before. I'm gonna walk down here to, you know, walk down a random street, see how dangerous it is, see if I get mugged. Because I don't think it's that dangerous. I don't think it's that bad. I'm looking like an absolute idiot in like 5 minutes time if I get mugged, but this is a street, normal street. Not exactly in the city centre, there's not much people about. And just look at all the graffiti on the side, wow. It's very industrial, but the more I see it, the more I kind of think it adds character. I don't know a non-English perspective on this, but I think it'd be a very interesting kind of place. I'm very interested to see what my viewers think. I think it's very cool they have all these lights though. It's a very cool place. But I feel like they really embrace their industrial legacy with the remaining the buildings and the graffiti. It's like modern but also old. Red Brick Market. I've actually been here before. I might go in here. That's a really cool market, I'm pretty sure, Red Brick Market. It looks really cool with the graffiti and everything. Got mate, yeah? Too bad. It's like a dining area or something over there. Honestly, this is such a cool place. I think I walk down here, walk back up and go a little around. The graffiti here is honestly beautiful. Like it's not even just like scribbling, it's really talented stuff. Very cool place, very, very cool place. All the lighting, all the graffiti. Feels like something out of just like a, oh, I think this is so cool. I'm kind of interested to know the history of this place. Never to be forgotten. 21 innocent people lost their lives and 182 people were injured, so was it some sort of terrorist attack maybe? Some sort of incident? I don't know if this is related to this. This is actually so cool. It's kind of like there's a certain word for this type of art, this type of explorer, and it's like urban, but modern kind of. This is so cool. It's a really, really cool place. Oh, and you've got the what's it called? You've got the canal below you, and it's a suspension bridge, so I just shit my pants. A custard factory, apparently. What a strange place. Custard factory, industrious individual in it together. Honestly, after this video, I can confidently say, I think I actually really like Birmingham from the looks of it. Wow, this place is so nice. And this is in Digbeth. This is such a nice area. I think everyone who has these unfair stereotypes revolving around Birmingham needs to kind of explore a little bit more. Because like I said, there's good and bad everywhere, but I don't think Birmingham's necessarily a dangerous city. I think it may be misunderstood. There's gangs and places, but that's everywhere. It really is. But you look at this, I feel like such a weirdo watching this now. Oh, mate.
What was that? I feel weird to be watching this.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just watching through the window. It can't be a weird day to watch.
I know, it's...
It was pretty fun.
It does actually, yeah, doesn't it? Can you imagine that's the future of us in masks
yeah,
and shit?
little cages and stuff in there.
Cages, and that's all we have, I like.
Maybe it's better looking, mate.
That's true, yeah.
You've got no poverty, no food, nothing. Yeah.
Fair point.
Hey, the weirdo's got me fun.
Yeah, see you in a bit, mate. What a cool guy. even the guys drinking on the street, even the homeless guys are friendly in this city. Honestly, coming from someone who's shit on Birmingham and said it's like a terrible place for so many years, I'm going to take it all back with this video. I'm going to take it all back. I'm going to make a statement to everyone I know and to everything. Birmingham is actually quite a nice city, surprisingly. I honestly, I came to the city, came to Birmingham with the expectation I'd be filming a video about how derelict, how run down, how kind of, like, how unsafe it feels. The opposite is the truth in my case. I'm kind of lost for words. It gives the impression of being dangerous, but I genuinely think it's quite a safe place. I mean, I'd have to see it at the night time and exploring and stuff, and all the student nightlife and stuff. I'll save that for another video, I think, because there's like lots of clubs and bars and stuff, massive student population, and it would actually be tonight on Friday night. But I have to save that for another video, exploring Birmingham's student nightlife or exploring Birmingham at night. And I'm actually going to do the same for Manchester. I'm going to do a video based in Manchester, exploring the student nightlife. I might even do a video similar to this, exploring Manchester. Manchester is a very, very interesting city, and it's got a lot going for it. A massive student population. It's got Manchester, University of Manchester, Manchester Metropolitan, Salford University. But it's got the biggest student population in the UK, if we're going by undergraduates. I think another university has like higher kind of masters and PhD students, but that doesn't necessarily count on the combined. The combined University of Manchester has the most student population, and it's not even close. Right, so now I'm back in the main centre of Birmingham. I was here earlier. It's now gone dark, and I think it actually looks really nice when it's dark, to be fair. You've got all the Christmas markets and stuff. As you can see, all the lights and stuff. It's actually a very, very beautifully lit up city. The old buildings and Christmas markets, the lights. And it is very, very busy. So, like I said earlier, if this is a Thursday evening, I cannot imagine what the weekend would be like. It is crazy. You can definitely see why it's the second biggest city in terms of population, because there's always so much people about non-stop, even in the shopping centres, the malls. Everywhere you go, there seems to just be a million different people. So you can kind of see why it's the second biggest city. You can kind of see why it has 1.1 million people living here. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to actually be in Birmingham. I would never have thought I would have said that previously, but I've honestly loved being here. I've loved exploring. It's been actually a great... It's only been like a few hours I've been here, but it's been a great day out, great place to film. I've really enjoyed recording. It's been great. It's been very interesting to test them narratives, the narratives that Birmingham's the most dangerous city in the UK, or that it's very deprived. I think, if anything, Birmingham is one of the most modern, one of the most growing cities in the UK. I think it's the opposite, in fact, and don't get me wrong, there were some places that were a bit dodgy, a bit rough, like going outside of Big Birth, kind of walking down the street, some parts I didn't film. But I think you get that everywhere. I think if you go to London, you'll get that there. If you go to Manchester, you get that there. You get that everywhere. Like, everywhere has the rough areas, but I think it's unfair how much Birmingham is kind of... I don't know how much Birmingham is kind of overhated and overgeneralized and stereotyped for being a dangerous place. I genuinely think, if anything, it's a very modern, very young, very exciting place with so much opportunities and stuff. I think it's a beautiful place, really, and I cannot believe a few hours ago I thought anything different. So I hope this video has kind of helped to change a few people's minds, also to show them what's called Birmingham, United Kingdom is like for... Yeah, I don't know, just show what Birmingham is like. It's been a pleasure. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's been Very, very fun to make. I can't believe I actually made a video in England. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. And yeah, I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.